One of the first things I noticed when we got to the cabin was just how long it took me to mentally and physically adapt to the environment. Normally in the summer and in the spring and in the fall, we are outside and in nature quite a bit. We do a lot of camping trips and whatnot. But this year with the pregnancy, we've done a lot less than usual. And so when I got there, it felt like my body was almost like each cell of my body was vibrating super quickly, and yet my environment, everything felt like very slow and like it was vibrating a lot slower. It sounds really spiritual and like woo-woo, but that's literally what it felt like, and I just needed to like calm my body, and it took me a lot longer than usual. So yeah, one of the first things that I realized was that I really need to get this in check, because I want my body and my mind to be working a little bit slower than what I'm used to right now. The thing that I noticed for the first time in my second half of the pregnancy is that when I went home, I had no pelvic pain.
I'll take pictures of you. Come on.
See, that's what I got on camera.
Ah, finally. Get a picture of you now.
But the sun's that way.
Is it tasty?
Yeah. Scared. And why? Because I made it.
Okay there.
No hip pain, no joint pain, and I really think that is because all of the seating is on the floor there. I feel like it just opens up all of your joints. It feels really good, and I'm highly debating doing this at home. This bridge that we were on was a suspended bridge, and so it is super wobbly, and let me tell you, at 7.5 months pregnant, you're already clumsy enough and it feels like you're gonna fall every 2 seconds, but it was really fun. Oh wow.
Doesn't that make you dizzy?
Nope. Well, maybe a little bit. That was like a boy in all of them.
Okay. Why cannot she not?
Hey, in the present moment. Oh, Jeremy. Ah.
Looking out there. Such calm water over there. Much. You look, cutie.
Oh, wow. We made hot chocolate and played some board games. So we played chess and then blocus. And here's a little funny few stories about the night. In general, I consider myself pretty smart, and I think most people consider me pretty smart and intellectual. And Jeremy is more goofy, so people don't realize just how strategic and smart he is. So it might come as a shock that he actually beats me at chess and at blocus, two strategic games, every single time. The game of chess was so close at the end. We were neck and neck, but he ended up beating me. And as for blocus, it was the first time in history that I ever beat him at the game, so I was pretty proud of myself. Then we started a fire and we roasted some marshmallows. Now the story behind this is that Jeremy got us a stick to roast the marshmallows, but ever since I've been pregnant, I am much more worried about everything, and so I was nervous to use said stick because I thought maybe it wasn't from a tree and that it was from some kind of plant, and that plant could kill me because I couldn't identify it. And so after a lot of overthinking, I ended up still roasting marshmallows with it, but I left the inside of the marshmallow still intact on the branch. It only took the outside of the marshmallow to eat, and my theory behind this was that in that way it wouldn't be able to poison me. Sometimes I can be a little bit overly cautious, I guess. But it was a beautiful night. Honestly, so many belly laughs. I was like on my knees laughing. This night was one where I just fell in love with Jeremy all over again. It was really beautiful considering that it was our baby moon too. The next morning, we woke up and I had to start work. My job is remote, so thankfully I can work from beautiful places like these. And so after starting a fire for us, I did a bit of work before finishing up our morning there and packing up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a chart that is called 1000 Hours Outside. I was reading a book called Open Air Life, and it was saying or talking about this like challenge called 1000 Hours Outside. And basically the aim of it was to spend as many hours outdoors as the average, apparently child, from what I understood, spends in front of a screen per day. So it comes out to about 3 hours per day times the 365 days per year, so about 1000 hours. So I thought I would be cool to challenge myself to do the same thing, to spend 1000 hours this year, so from the time of this trip until next year at this time of the year, to just try to do the same thing and get outside more. I feel like it could make me feel really, really great. Some things that Jeremy and I have discussed about it. So trips like this where we're sleeping in a cabin in the woods, the full time that we're here is going to count, because we're pretty much still in nature. Even if we're in a cabin, we have all of the windows open, it's all wood, we're in the woods still. So these trips, we're going to count them like the full time that we're outside. Obviously camping as well is going to count for the full hours. And then other than that, it's like daily walks, just spending time in the park, just honestly doing anything outside. We're just gonna see how it goes. I think it'd be good for both of us, and it's gonna be good for Rosie, good for our mental health, good for everything. That is the challenge that I am setting for myself this year. And that will basically conclude this time that we've spent at the cabin. I really loved it. Sad to leave. We only booked one night. I think next time we're gonna book, I'm hoping 3 nights, because there's just so much to do here. It's really, really beautiful. It's serene. It really recenters and grounds you. And I'm just feeling really good here. So I want to come back next year, probably around the same time. There's no bugs, which is really nice. The weather is perfect because you can wear a sweater, you can not wear a sweater. The nights are cool. The mornings are cool. The days are warm. There's also tubing on the river, which I didn't know about. I wouldn't do it not pregnant at 33 weeks either way, but I also want to do that. So yeah, that is going to conclude the video for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, to hit the like button, and let me know if you have any questions or whatnot in the comments below. I will see you next week with a video about who knows who's better, me or Jeremy. And the week after that is going to be my baby shower video. So stay tuned for those. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I wasn't recording the whole time.